Rightio, now on Campbell's Comments, catching up with Rod Woodhouse. Firstly, welcome, Rod.
Thank you.
Good to get a bit of modern technology working. Might have taken 5 seconds to get this one up and going. Rod, you're a Yirribee Pacing Stud, and I actually had while you're about to talk about Yirribee Pacing Stud, how long have you guys been there for a start?
We bought the place in the late 80s, and we developed it since then, and we're still developing it at the moment. So, yeah, never ends.
Never doesn't end. I've actually got, right as we speak, the gates. Mark got good video footage of your front gates. Greg Gangle, yep. I also good mates with Greg Gangle, who's taking over the Wagga Harness Racing Club tomorrow. I think actually officially he takes over. So there's a next
Monday.
Next Monday.
He takes that. Yeah, I was talking to the trucks on Friday.
He also took a good video of your gates as well. I think people enjoy driving through those gates. They're a little bit about what the farm's about, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it is, mate. Yeah. No, we're proud of what we've got. You know, yeah.
I think you got every right to be proud of it. It's a lovely farm. There's some nice stables, very, very green. Some of the other video footage that I've seen of your place, you've got beautiful pastures there as well.
Yeah, well, we're lucky, Paul. We've got it's all irrigated. We've got 2 pumps on the river and 2 artesian bores. So we're blessed that way when summertime comes.
How many acres?
Just shy of 400.
Wow. Yeah, it just looks really, really. I'm very jealous here in Bendigo. Don't you? Don't worry, don't worry one bit about that at all. There's a few reasons for getting you on, Rod. Well, I think the main one is definitely to promote a horse called, of all things, called Lombo Paper Talk, an unraced son of rock and roll heaven out of a modern art mare. And people might say to themselves, why are we promoting this little horse? And I've got him on screen right now as we speak. Nothing's flashed to look at either, Rod?
No, he's just a solid, compact little bloke with a lovely nature. Absolutely,
but he is one of the first horses to go into the nutrient rehoming program, which will rehome standardbreds for the 2022 Classic Camp Draft Sale, which is just a huge initiative run by Nutrient Equine and New South Wales harness racing industry, harness rehoming industry. I've got the standardbred rehoming industry. That's a better way of putting it. Amy Cupid will be telling me off for getting it wrong, but it's just something sensational, isn't it? What Amy's been able to do, Nutrient coming on board, and to have this draft early next year, it's going to be something for everyone to look forward to and get excited about, I think.
Yeah, look, it just opens up another door for horses that just don't have enough ability to race, and yet they're nice horses that, you know, you like to see them, their life extended.
Yeah, and it's something I think a lot of us say, oh, we'll rehome one as a trail riding horse or show jumping horse. Probably a few of us don't get excited about that. To actually see these horses go to new trainers, people that haven't had them before, and get the feedback that these guys are so excited, it's a little bit more than just your normal rehoming, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Look, I think it's a great initiative. I can see that if they start putting prize money up for standardbreds that are going to, say, do barrel racing, you'll find that there'll be a lot of people out there looking for a nice standardbred that can get around the barrels.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, we sell them a bit short because we think they're so quiet and docile that all they're good for is trail rides and that. They've got so many more gifts, haven't they?
Yeah, well, Chris Wilson's son had one that was an ex-standardbred that we actually bred here, and he was great round the barrels. So, you know, there's a lot of things they can do.
Yeah,
you know?
I know. And with Nutrient and all the rest, it's already opened up some things because I know people up in Northern Territory and that looking for quiet riding horses. They'd never thought about the standardbreds. So it's already got a flow-on effect going forward with it.
Yeah, look, I'm very grateful for Nutrient to come on board and to initiate this. I think it just goes to show where their heart is anyway.
It is indeed. You must have a great heart because, I mean, he's an unraced, gelding 2015 model, so he's about a 6-year-old, but he must have a soft spot for you guys around the farm.
Yeah, he is. Look, you get some horses that are a bit arrogant. He's not. He's just a lovely horse. As I said, we had him, he was Lazarus' mate, so, we had to make sure he's a the right type of horse, and he was. He's just a lovely natured horse. And I'm confident because he's a short, compact bloke. I think he'll do a job.
Yeah, he will. I know Mark was very keen with him. I saw videos the other day with him. He sent me about 10 videos of the horse. He's pretty excited about it too. I think he is generally keen to see where it goes. And I think he was a bit shocked as to how laid back he was. There was a bit going on the day I showed him. He showed me him, and yeah, there wasn't. He was just standing there, couldn't care less.
Yeah, that's just the nature of the horse, mate. You know, and generally that's what most standardbreds are like. You get some that are a bit highly strung, but generally, you know, I can see them taking up a real place apart from racing, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. We said there before about Lazarus, and you're not standing him this year. It's publicised he's gone back to New Zealand.
Yeah.
There's a bit of belief that he didn't really like the hot weather that you guys can get from time to time, but he's going back there anyway. But you guys stand and always have stood a good band of stallions there. Who have you got on your roster for this year?
Well, probably the most popular bloke at the moment is Fear the Dragon. He's doing the job over in the States, and he seems like he's going to have a fair bit of demand. And Warren we need, he did 120 odd last year. He seems to be doing a good job. Tintin in America started off, this is his first lot of 2-year-olds in Australia now, and they've hit the ground running. He's got a Group 1 winner, a Group 3 winner out of his first crop. Not a big number, of foals. So, yeah, he looks like he's going to do the job too. So. I
said there before, Mark done some bit of roving camera work while he was there for you. River Khan, he's been a stable stalwart for a long, long time. He has, hasn't he?
Yeah, look, he was born and raised on the place, and honestly, Mark, he's probably the best horse I've ever driven. Not that I've driven all that many great ones, but he was just unbelievable. He was just plagued with injury, and there again, he's a lovely horse. Like the boys ride him around the paddocks and that, and they can bring in mares on him. It doesn't worry him. But we've retired him now. He's 28, so he's like me. He's getting a bit old.
I think that's happening to us all. So you ride around the paddocks and bring up some of the horses with you.
Yeah. That's how quiet he is. Yeah. Doesn't worry him.
I can't wait to get up there. This frustrates me because I was going on the road just prior to COVID breaking out in New South Wales. Thankfully, I didn't get into New South Wales. I might still be stuck there.
Still be there, yeah.
The wife and daughter might be happy, or I'm not happy. I'm not sure which way it goes. But I was looking forward to coming and seeing your farm, because we don't get to see a lot of on-farm parts from where you guys are. One of the other stallions that Mark just showed very quickly, or he didn't put his head up though for us, Lenny the Shark. They were received so well last year at the sales of Lenny the Sharks. They presented well and they sold really, really well. You'd have to be excited about that for his initial first season.
Look, Lenny is, he's everything that David Aiken said he was, and he's just a lovely horse. I've got a photo there of my grandson, Sammy Alford, riding him in the surf. Just a lovely, lovely type of horse. And there again, he's a laid-back stallion. So we're blessed with most of our stallions are good temperament.
Yeah, Lenny, we forget how good Lenny was too, because he raced for such a long time and competed at the highest level, and he done it so tough, didn't he?
Yeah, they forget. He won over $3 million.
Yeah.
And I think he raced when we had a great lot of free-fall horses like Lazarus and Tiger Tar, and they were just a really strong age group, I suppose you'd say.
He was a unique horse. People probably forget how good he was, because horses like Hector JJ and that had a lot more blinding speed, not necessarily for as long as what he did. Yet he was able to stave a lot of those horses off. The horse of Halls, I can't think of his name either. He was able to stave them off, even though these horses were exceptionally quick over 400 metres. Yeah,
if you talk to Chrissy Alford, my son-in-law, he'll tell you he just loved him, because he was just tough.
Yeah. I know he's got 3 or 4 whips up in his little room that they're all his. That's for sure. Before I go on a little bit further, it must be nice to have a horse like he that meant so much to your immediate family, like Ellison, and even though they didn't actually train him, but to have a horse like him and stand him at stud there, it must be a bit for family ties.
Yeah, it is. It's good. No, every time they come up, they make a beeline to go and see him, and they've fallen in love now with Tiger Tara. So they get, he's one of his arch rivals. So that's all good. Yeah, they bring up, every time they come, they bring up some cookies for him.
How is Tiger Tara settled in?
Yeah, he's settled in really good, yeah. Greg Gangle did a video the other day on him, and it looks very impressive.
Very, very good. I'm tipping the other stallion. I'll actually throw that stallion video back up just one more time. No, I won't, because for some reason it doesn't want to play, but that's okay. And now it does. Yirribee Needy. I reckon Greg would have been pretty excited to see him, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, well, see, Greg back in Canada had a fair bit to do with Yirribee Needy. And he actually stood at the farm next to where Greg lived. So, he knew him really well.
A lot of the Canadians love him. He's a bit of a horse that's a bit of a sleeper. He's done a good job at start over here already. But a lot of the Canadians love him. He wasn't a horse that raced in America all that much, but in Canada himself, he was a super horse.
Yeah, well, see, he was 2-year-old of the year out there. He won 7, I think, 2-year-olds. Look, he probably suits us a bit more, Paul, because he's strong. Seems to get over the distance, and that's what I was saying to Greg. We've got to be careful that a lot of the ones we bring out suit our racing. Because we race over 21, 26, whereas they're just over the mile.
Yeah, just over that mile, and they go from there. One thing Mark did have on there, and he had some. He took some videos of some graves. He worries me a little bit as to why he might have done that, but I love the fact that you respect your fallen as well, because you're at Courage Under Fire there, and I don't think he stood all that long for you guys, but there's a plaque there for him as well.
Yeah, 6 weeks. I was actually in Fiji when I got the call, but just broke his leg right up high up in the shoulder, and the university just couldn't save him. So that was one of my lowest parts of my life, I can tell you.
Yeah, only 6 weeks he was there. The other horse Mark took a video of, though, he was there for a little bit longer, a lot longer, I'm pretty sure. Jeremy Lobel, he was a great sire for you.
Yeah, he was our first sire. He was back in the days when David Jack was stud master. So he kicked us off.
Yeah, a lot of history. I can't wait to get there once this COVID settles down. You've got broodmares on the ground. You've already got a few foals happening. It's an exciting time, busy time though for you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, probably not as much pressure this year because I've got and last year I've got a good guy helping me with the night watch. So it took a bit of pressure off.
How many horses do you look to follow?
Down with 100, 120, something like that. That's what we're following.
That's busy enough.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's not so much the following down. It used to be the false alarms with the alarms. But see, the Tom, the guy we've got now doing it, he doesn't go to bed. He's unreal. He just walks around the paddock and goes and has a cup of tea and then walks around the paddock, and that's all he does all night.
He must love it.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's a great guy, Tom. Yeah.
That is very, very good. As I said, Nutrien, they wanted to promote the rehoming and the likes. They've also got a sale. Mark did take a video of some of the yearlings out there in your paddocks, and you're gonna have some horses going through the Nutrien sale in Sydney, yep. I believe. Yep.
We'll be supporting Nutrien. We're also supporting APG, but yep. This will be our first lot of horses who've gone to Nutrien, so looking forward to it.
I presume you'd be like a lot of us. The competition component of it is good, and the fact that Nutrien get out there and this new rehoming, you must be a bit excited about the way the sale scene is looking.
I think I'm very appreciative of what Nutrien have brought to the industry. They've brought a bit of competition in, and they seem like they're here for the long haul.
Yeah, they're definitely here for the long haul. I keep getting kicks up the backside if I don't get things done by them, so don't worry. they are here to deliver. But we must say that the main reason I want to get you on is because of Lombo Paper Talk. Here he is back here on screen there, just a beautiful gelding. But he's going to be, he is actually the first. He was the first gelding taken for this rehoming, for the rehoming of the standardbreds at the 2022 Classic Camp Draft Sale. Basically six mystery trainers, but those trainers have all been been notified, I think now. I'm going to do a couple of interviews with them going forward. They're going to go compete. And it's a great double whammy because they're actually going to compete and try and win with these 6 horses. So their own pride. These guys are professionals. Yep. But then they're going to auction them off. They're going for stake money, obviously, so it's fair income. It's not going to be tiggy touch or anything like that. Then they'll auction them off with all money's being raised goes to charity. So that's where it's just sensational, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And we're promoting our industry as well. At the same time.
Yeah.
So, very appreciative nutrient.
I think by the time February comes around, there's going to be a lot of people excited. I've actually got to do a lot of education of people for camp drafting. I don't know if you're across it all, but we've got to try and start educating a lot of the standardbred people about how the camp drafts work and what's involved, because we're all going to be tuning in and have no idea how it works. I want to try and get it so people know what to expect when they go to see one.
Yeah, I've had nothing to do with camp drafting. I've had a little bit to do with barrel racing. My granddaughter, she loved the barrel racing, but she's now she's doing a HSC now, so she hasn't had time to get her horses ready. Not that there's much about with COVID and that.
Yeah.
But I haven't really touched on the camp drafting. But I'll be interested to see how it goes. Yeah,
you'll have to tune in. Just so people aren't aware too, we spoke of everyone else, except for Katie. We didn't mention Katie. But Alison Alford is your daughter. She flies behind the scene a lot. She does a great job, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. Yeah. She does a lot. She's a good backstop for Chris. I'm biased, I suppose. I can't say enough about Chris. I think he's just an absolute great guy, great father, and just all round good guy.
I'm going to have to edit it, Rod. I pride myself on not editing these. I'm going to have to take that component out. I don't know if you've caught up with Alison at all, but she must have got bitten pretty solidly, I think, the other night by Sleepy trying to catch her.
Oh, right. No, I haven't spoke to her this week.
She might not be able to pick the phone up. I think she might have a big arm. I'm not sure. So,
all right.
No, I don't.
She hasn't told me about it.
I don't think it's that bad, but I think they do a great job, and I think Chris is great. He's a great advert for harness racing, full stop, Chris, because he's a tireless worker. He respects everyone. So are you, Rod. I appreciate you coming on with me and promoting both what Nutrien are doing, New South Wales rehoming, or harness racing rehoming New South Wales as it is, Amy Cupid. I've done an interview with Ames as well before, so make sure you get onto that. The camp draft that's coming up, and the fact that you're getting involved with the sales. I'll definitely see you in Sydney in February. Hopefully definitely see you there anyway, COVID pending, and hopefully I can get up to New South Wales and I'll call into the farm and get a bit of footage and have a good old chat, a little bit easier than this over the phone stuff.
Yeah, mate. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to meeting you, Paul.
Rod, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time.
See you, mate.